Kim McGillis joining you live from Ontario, Canada. It is July 11th today. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to log on here. If you are watching live, please say hello. Please say where you're watching from. If you're catching the replay, please say replay. I would love to know who's watching today. So let's see if we have people coming on today. If ever you are joining me, you'll need a ruler today. So take out that ruler. We will need that today. I can't wait to share. It's a 3D project today, so it's going to be fun. So I don't do lives on Monday. On Tuesday, I did feature I think it was the box first. So I showed you how to make this cute box. So you might want to go back and watch Tuesday. It's on YouTube. It's also on Facebook. It's kind of a fun belly band box, and it features the Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. So that's what I did for that day. And I think I put the measurements for you. So if you go to my blog, kimmcgillis.com, you'll be able to see the measurements. I also featured the beautiful butterfly bundle just because I love the different layers. Look how pretty that is with all the different color combination, and the color coordinates with my Make a Memory scrapbook kit. So go back and see this one. It's kind of fun. Secondly, then it was Wednesday. I made this belly band card with the kit itself. So I was showing you how it is quite fun to use all these little pieces that come with the Make a Memory kit. So that was Tuesday. Yesterday I did not go on live because I had to be the Uber for my husband for the airport. So you didn't see me yesterday, which means I'll most likely come on this weekend to compensate for yesterday, because I do love to come 4 days a week on my Facebook. So you're probably going to see me this weekend just to compensate for yesterday. And then you could add the butterfly dies or even other little pieces that come with the kit. For today, the ones that are not here are going to miss out. I'm going to show you how, with using the new party banner dies, how you could make this cute little box here. So the box is done exactly with pieces from the Make a Memory scrapbooking kit, as well as our banner dies. So let's see this. It also sits perfectly that you could just sit it on standing. It would be cute to add some tags in there or baby cards. So maybe that's what's going to be in the works for tomorrow. Not too sure, but or you could just put a cute GIF in there. But it is kind of fun to do and very simple as well. So let's go and make this little box here. So first of all, I've already die cut this piece out of my banner, and if you're wondering which one I use, let's take it out. So this is how they come. I'm missing my little circles because I've already die cut, but this is how they come, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7 when you're going on the outskirt part. Okay, so grab number 7. Hello, Sonia. By the way, I'm thinking of Sonia right now. If you are speaking French, you can join me this weekend also on my French Facebook page, where I'll be featuring a collection there. So that's just a mention pour les clientes en français. Je vais être sur ma page Facebook en français en fin de semaine pour vous. Donc, so now we're going to just cut. So I'm using one of those pieces from the kit. So we are going to cut the banner a second time. So I have this piece right here. And then I'm going to have to focus on which one I'm going to use, which color I'm going to use for my little dots. So I'm going to start with this one here. So here's our banner. And if you are ordering with me from now, well, from this week, Monday until Sunday, you will get pieces. Doesn't mean you're gonna get that same exact box, but you will get some pieces that will coordinate with the collection. So let's see if this pairs. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Let's do that. So you're gonna get everything to make your card from Tuesday. You're gonna get everything to make the box as well. And you are going to get the pieces for this and the next project I'm gonna show you. So I did grab these little pieces here, which are gonna be perfect for us to use, and that's why we're gonna be needing that banner. It's all about the details, right? So I'm gonna keep this here because I'll need my poker to get this part out. Okay, so we have that. Then, what else am I gonna do? I'm feeling that I should just do all the cutting here for the Big Shot just before my stamping cutting machine, just because then I could just store it away and then we're done with it and then that's it. So we have this one right here. We have the banner. You're gonna grab a piece of 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, cut it on the 11-inch length and 1.5 wide. So 1.5 wide by 11. So let's sort this here. And I guess we could do our tag after. I'm just gonna set this aside right here. So we can start. Okay, so we have our 2 banner pieces right here and this little one here. I am going to score at 1/4 inch. Flip it on the opposite side and score it as well at 1/4 inch. So we have 1/4 inch on each side. Now I'm just going to give this a fold, just delicately. You could also grab your bone folder and give it that big crisp fold. Now you don't need the Make a Memory kit if you want to do a different box, but if you want to do the same box as me, then you'll want to take out that memory kit. But what you do need is the party banner dies, okay? So that's the one thing. So tear and tape, pull out your tear and tape. I got like about 5 going right now of the tear and tape. And then just add the tear and tape on the edge all the way down. Could you use the green glue? Absolutely, but for this one, I was like, no, because then the green glue needs to dry, and like, what if the box moves and that? So then go on the opposite side at the 1/4 mark and do the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna go on this side. And really, for me, like, it was just out of the blue that I said to myself, this is how I'm doing it. You might see other people do it differently. This is the way that I'm doing it today. So this is my way. Okay, so now let's just give it a crisp fold again. So I've noticed if I go on the edge exactly there, and then I bring it right underneath where that piece is, because we don't really need to go that low, and then I bring it on the opposite side, it fits perfectly. Like, no cutting, nothing. Of course, if you want to use a different banner, like a larger one, you'll have to make it in 2 pieces, but with the one that I used today, which I shared at the beginning of the video, you don't need to, so it's fun. So let's see. Anyways, it worked on my first try when I tried it. Does anybody have big plans for the weekend? I'm solo, so my husband's gone back to Regina, so my youngest turned 20 yesterday, so we are going to celebrate her this weekend. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just turning my box part, my like border part, side this way. And then, ooh, I'm doing it here, but it doesn't really matter. And then I'm just gonna bring it back. So this is if you wanna do it in one piece. If you're like, nope, then you could just cut it apart. But for me, it worked out and I was like, I'm not cutting it in two pieces. So it did work. You're gonna be able to practice your fine motor skills here. And then at the top, I'm just going here. Like, of course, right now, I'm not close to it because of the video. I'm just gauging. But as long as you could glue your two sides first, then you can manipulate the lower part of the box. Okay, so, and then we're just gonna tuck this part in. So, because I didn't put this side. So both sides have been tucked in, and now here we go with the bottom. Okay, so we got it. There you have it. So we have, and make sure like your corners are folded. Perfect. And it will sit, like once you're done the opposite side, it will sit properly. So that's kind of fun. I don't have any chatties today. Nobody's talking. We were having a discussion. Yesterday was kit night for me, so I always invite people to come and stamp with me. They could bring their own stuff, their kits, or they could also buy some of my kits that I have. And we were saying about Facebook Lives, like we're like, sometimes like I feel alone, like there's nobody there watching or something. And then you say to yourself, well, if people are not commenting or saying anything, then is it really worth going on Facebook to do lives every day? Because they are consuming. And then I just shared, I said, some people are there. They do listen. They do listen. They do copy your projects, but they just don't talk on there. So that was the discussion last night. We laughed so much. I said, your dentist could be watching right now. Okay, so now I'm going to go on the opposite side. And again, start from the corners. It's the simple way. Go on the opposite side, same thing. And then we're just going to do the bottom part last. So I will need to tuck it a little bit, right? Because I don't want to see it at the bottom. But it's there and it won't even show. So again, you're practicing fine motor skills right here. Now my ring is stuck in there. Okay, so I got it. And because I'm working away from my hands, it's a bit harder, but it is kind of pretty simple to do. There we go. So this one sits perfectly as well. So I said to you that you will need your ruler this morning. So I went to the 3/4 of an inch mark on the first side, and then the 3/4 of an inch on the opposite side. Perfect. And then I'm just going to see what, because I just gauged it with my, just want to make sure that it's okay. So I'm going 1, 2, yeah, that's pretty good. Now grab your trio punch, the little 1/8. I use it pretty much daily. And I'm just gonna punch my little circles right here. So we got that part. And then today I went with Lost of Bloom. You could go with the coordinating color. For here it was Petal Pink. So I'm just gonna add a little drop of glue. If you don't like the green glue, you don't want sticking fingers, use your adhesive sheets with this, because the adhesive sheets will add that adhesive right away, and then you won't get those sticky fingers. Let me press on my glue. It's like a little blocked here. So you're going to be crafting this weekend. And if Facebook's the issue and you are saying comments or saying something, then I will answer your comments after, because right now I don't see like there's anybody there. Here we go. So I have my first one here. Now we're going to do the second one. So did you know kits every month? So I try to check which ones. So this month it's like these little cakes. And there's a Halloween one too. So look how it gives it like that beautiful finish right here. I'm gonna flip it on the opposite side. Let's do this. 1, 2, so about here. You could do any height that you want. Like this is just me being finicky here. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so again, my punch from the Trio Punch 1/8. I'm going right in here. And I'm just gonna go slightly underneath. Here we go. So this morning I'm going in the garden. Who's there? Mr. Fox again. And he's making this funny noise. So I yelled out loud. I was so scared. I thought he was coming at us. And then here there is my dog who wanted to go and meet the fox and so on. Like I've been seeing the fox every single day. So, and my husband's gone back. So I said, he's like, yeah, we'll have to see what's going on with the fox there. So I was like, you know, when it's 3 days in a row and he's hanging around, I can't believe how reddish orange he is. But anyways, I don't know. My husband thought it's because he was smelling our dog. Our dog is much bigger than the fox, but I'm like, what if he has rabies or something? Even if Riley has her vaccines, I'm still like not happy about that. Okay, so now I added my little thingies here at the back as well, and that's just to give it a very clean look. If you want to use a piece on both sides of designer series paper, you can. You could also use thick cardstock, so you could do that as well. For this part, because we're curving it in, I think that you should not use thick, but you could try. It's just I don't know if it's going to be as flexible. So now we have Lucy as well. Good morning, Lucy. Lucy, she says she hasn't seen you watch live in a long time. Well, I'm here. So here we have that part. For this one, I did add a banner like this piece, like that came from our kit as well. So I could have done that actually. I don't know why I didn't, but I could put it at the top, like have a different pattern or a different color or look. That would have been smart, right? I feel like it would have been nice actually. Now that I look at it, should we try to remove these? Let me try again. Watch this. I'll get a bad review because I'm removing my dots, but I do want to try it. Let's see. That's me here deciding that I want to add a banner. So the banner with this one also fits pretty well, like, and just go like this with your fingers. This I didn't want to leave it plain. I want to add a banner. So just go like this, go like this. Okay, so I gave it a couple of hand folds, and I'm just going to go back and give it a crisp fold. So you just guide yourself, right? Because my box could be thicker than yours. And then the opposite side. Here we go. Okay, so I changed my mind. I didn't do that sometimes. I don't know if you do, but I do. So see now, it fits perfectly just by giving it that nice crisp fold. And I do prefer it that it has like this little cute pattern going. So let's do that. And then I'll just redo my little dots. It's not a big deal. Here we go. I want to utilize that entire kit. So by doing that and adding an extra piece, it's great. By the way, did anybody buy the scrapbooking retreat? It is wonderful. I was sharing people that joined me last night for kit night, and they're like, oh, I didn't know that's what it looked like. I didn't know so much was included, etc. So then we started calculating. I used to do a scrapbook club once a month, and people had to buy like for $40 to be able to get like the scrapbooking page. Well, these are double layouts, and you're getting 4 stamp sets and what's like 2 doubles type of thing, and then piles of embellishments. Everything is pre-cut, so the amount is not very expensive. It starts on the 16th, but no worries if ever you did not get the scrapbooking kit, because you still have time. And the reason why is because there's a private Facebook page, and also it will be recorded. So I suggest that you look into that. I've sent an email. Maybe I'm overdue to send another one, but it is worth it. Probably do a little video of what's included in it or something, just to show you. And then I'm hoping to release a tutorial today on my tutorial page, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so we have this one. This one I just cut it through, so I'm just gonna grab another one just to redo that piece here. Okay, so I'm bringing a couple of more here. I thought that the scrapbooking double layout page too would be great if ever you want to do like a calendar. Like you could add a calendar to it, and then you'll have photos on there if you don't want to leave it in an album. So okay, so now I'm just going to add the other one right here. Now use whichever ribbon that you want that coordinates. I'm going with an oldie. I have lots of it. It's just white ribbon, but it's crinkled. And I love to use this one. I've already tested it out, right? I love to use this one because I could just use how do I say it? My blending pens. So I'm using light lemon lolly this morning, or this afternoon, depending where you are. And I'm just gonna add some color. And I need 2, so any white ribbon you could do this. Let's see, how long do I have? I think I'll do about, if you want a size, let's do 8 inches approximately. So you'll need 2 pieces for that. It's pretty close, I'm not even gonna cut. So now let's just tuck this in here. If you're not familiar with the stamping blends, they're alcohol based, so they dry pretty quick. You're not, depending on the type of ribbon you're using, you might have to do a double knot. I'm just gonna go with a single here. Gonna go on the opposite side. Now the banner dies are great to use on cards. I've used them this week for when I did on Tuesday that belly band card. They're great to do real banners. So I had one of my diamond line, I did the she made like a Canada Day banner. It was so adorable. So they're great for that. And now today I showed you how to do the box. So I think Stampin' Up! Posted a box today, and it was on my to-do list. And anyways, they beat me to the punch. But now you get to know how to make these. I'm like, on Monday, leaders, we always get to talk with Brian and part of Stampin' Up, and they give us an update of what's going on. And they've been sharing that they're getting sometimes pop-ups, and it's always saying, oh, this person's watching, this person is watching, and then they don't get to see the comment. Well, this is what's happening to me right now. I just see this person is watching, Joan is watching, Charla is watching, but I can't see comments. Okay, so I just did a knot on both sides, and then we have this portion here. Look how cute this is. So when you are ordering for the $60, you're getting my tutorial for free, but you're also getting everything that I sent this week for the box. The tutorial for this month is Painterly Pears, so that's what a $65 order, or there's a French one as well. So you're gonna get the pieces. Now, do not send me a message if ever I sent you a different pattern, because I don't have this pattern like in multiple pieces. I only have a couple, so you'll get the pattern that comes, but I'll make sure that everything blends though, that it goes with the collection so everything coordinates, because initially that's why I joined Stampin'up. It's because everything coordinated. So you'll want to do that. And then let's go here and use our stylus shapes. So I think I'm going to still go with this size. So this would be your number 2. And I'm just going to do them in white. So here's my little circle right here. The Make a Memory scrapbooking kit comes with lots of little pieces. So I don't know, maybe we could go with either little flowers. There's so many little pieces, not too sure. There's also a lemon slice, but then the lemon would cover a lot of our little die right there, so that's a bit big. Or this little flower, that's kind of cute too. I think there's a pink one too. There's a pink, oh, and there's a yellow. So let's see. So many possibilities here. I'm gonna bring it forward. Do you think the yellow would be cuter? Or would you like more of a pop and then we put this one right here? What do you think, Joan? Feel like I'm looking through here. Do we go like on a tone on tone? No, I think as I'm looking into the camera, I feel like this one would be better. So this is an Pretty Peacock. So let's pop this on a dimensional right here. And then I'm just gonna tie it. If you want, you could tie it to the ribbon. I'm just laying it right here. And then let me grab my baker's twine. So baker's twine comes in a pack and you get different colors. My black is not in there. We're just gonna use some white one. And I think I'm gonna use Dark Pool Party this time. Let's see, oops, I just pulled my entire thing off. My goodness. Oh, or maybe it could be yellow actually. No, let's do the Lemon Lolly. I'm gonna stick with the same color combo here. Here we go. So because again, it's white, I could change my baker's twine in any color that I want. So that's a little tip for you. Here we go. Set these aside. So you'll need the party banner dies, you'll need that 3-0 punch for sure. And then if you want to continue with the same as me, then you'll need the Make a Memory scrapbook kit, and then you could do lots of other things. So I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm looping around. So Lucy's saying that she likes the pop. Me too. Like now that I look at it, like on the camera, I was like, oh yeah, we need to add a little bit of pop. And I'm so much into yellows these days. I don't know why. Like even like craving like lemon stuff. It's crazy. It's probably because it's like summer. So I want to stay tuned. I am going to be doing something for Christmas in July. It is a tradition that I have that I always do my Christmas classes. They start in July. So stay tuned for that. I feel like it's missing a little bit of yellow here, so let's just add a little bit more. So if you do decide to recreate this little box, please tag me, please share. There we go. And then we could just add it on the top right here. See how cute it is when everything blends together? Like that baker's twine that was boring and white is now a lemon lolly twist color. So I'm just gonna add a mini glue dot here. And then there we have that. And since this week I used the butterfly collection, I'm just gonna go with one of the greetings from it. So it's called Beautiful Butterflies. We've had this for a while. I'm gonna do the For You. And I'm gonna take my darling duckling right here with a scrap piece of white. Now, what would you add? Just gonna remove, there's a bit of green from another project there that I was working on. What would you add inside that little box? Would you do tags? Would you add a treat in there? A little gift card maybe? There's so many possibilities, right? I don't know, do I do baby cards for tomorrow and add them in there and they coordinate all? That would be fun. Just gonna snip right in between here. Imagine if we used a larger one, then you make like a big, big box or big bag. Okay, so now this one could just tuck maybe underneath here, and then you have For You, it's a treat. I'm just adding some mini glue dots. Here we go. So here's our little box. It's perfect. It's very sturdy. No issues there. It stays put like this. In this one, I did a little bit of combo of lemon lolly. This one is petal pink. So with those pieces, you could do so many boxes. I was like, oh, do I do with the strawberries? But the strawberries were a little bit big, but look how cute that is. Like the strawberries could be darling as well. You just would need that circle image. So everything coordinates in the kit, so you could do that. And then we have all of these from earlier this week that you could just watch the replay. So Lacey's saying a gift card with a few chocolates would be great. Yeah, and you know what? You could do mini cards too that somebody could reuse. Like that would be great as well. I want to show you the kit that I worked with yesterday. So I do a kit night once a month, and people get to shop with my kits. So the one that I featured was this month that's just been released. It's called Birthday Fancy Kit. So it was pretty cute. I did just the basic, but then I fell in love with it, so I decided to order more. It talks about all the different languages that the kit is available in, so you get to see it en français, in English, and I think the other one is German. And then look at this sheet. Like, this is exciting. They send this big pack of dimensionals. Like, look how big that is. And then there's a stamp set. There's also a Lost Lagoon little ink spot. What I love about kits is that you get to just bring it on the go, stamp, there's no mess, that sort of thing. But I want to show you a couple of the cards that I made. It was pretty quick. Like, I was pretty quick at making these because they're so simple. But look how adorable this is. And I love cupcakes, so, and these, I just followed the suggestion and the pattern that they had, but look how pretty this is. So for sure, I'll be doing alternates, and I'm also going to be doing a box to add them in. So they were kind of great. I might add some baker's twine like we just did today, But how adorable and simple was that? So now I get to make a box, leave them there, and then when it's somebody's birthday, I could just send them a card. And the best part is it comes with envelopes as well, and they're pretty fancy. And I also have leftovers, so I can make that box to add all of these in and might be able to offer it as a gift. So if ever you're shopping with me, just use a code 166211 to get this kit, and I will send you the coordinating box that goes with it with instructions. So if I see this in your order, and you can get it in French as well, if I see this in your order, then I'll send you the coordinating box instructions for that one. So thanks for watching me today. Thanks for your patience. I feel like I need a second coffee today, but it was kind of fun to make these cute boxes. And now, like I was like trying to figure it out, and it was pretty easy with this size for sure. So enjoy your day, everyone. Bye-bye.